What is up? It's been a while, but with one game left in the season, I figured I'd jump back in with it. I'm Ryan Weisse, co-host of Club Fantasy's No Punt Intended, and I'm here to bring you my top 5 props from the Thrive Fantasy prop lobby for the Super Bowl. I had some technical difficulties to end the season. I got a little frustrated with my computer, but I figured with one game left and it should be a great game, Bengals and Rams, why not jump back in and give you guys a chance to make some money here to end the year? Not only that, Thrive has a very cool promo going on for these house props right now, and I figured why not let you guys take advantage of some of the things that I just put money on today. So if you're not familiar with Thrive, welcome to this video series. I did a bunch during the season, but this is the only one that matters. Thrive will let you do player prop betting in the format of DFS. Basically, what you can do is you can pick your 10 favorite props from a game or multiple games. Right now, there's only a game, and each one will be awarded points based on how likely they are to happen. The less likely, the more points they're worth. That's not quite what this video is about, but we do have an article that comes out every week written by our Chris Molina, where he gives you his 5 favorite props from the DFS-like main slate. You only have to pick 10 props, so he does half the work for you. I will link that article in the description of this video. However, they also let you do house props, and where you can combine props into parlay bets. And basically how that works is every prop is given a multiplier. If you get 2 out of 2 correct, you get 3.6 times your money. 3 out of 3 get you 6.2 times your money. And 4 out of 4 get you 11 times your money. I'm a big bettor. Everybody knows that. So I'm always going to go for the 4 out of 4 bets. And this week, Thrive, and they've been doing this for the entire playoffs, but I haven't made videos for the entire playoffs. They have a special prop that you can put into any of your bets. You can only put $10 on this special prop. So I'm calling that the free square. Normally I give you my top 5 favorite props, but this is number 1. It's Evan McPherson, the ice cold kicker, the man. Only has to score a point, an extra point, a field goal. That's all he has to do. So this is your free square. You just need to combine 3 more with this to get 11 times your money to get $110 because you can only put $10 on it. So here are my favorite 4 on top of Evan McPherson to go ahead and combine with this. Number 1 is going to be Matthew Stafford over 288 total yards. Now, there are 2 Matthew Stafford props available. One is over, I think, 270 something passing or 288 total. Stafford's actually been rushing a little bit to end this season, and the amount he's been rushing covers this total. So I like the ability that we can add the rushing yards and get the total yards. So again, it's Matthew Stafford over 288 total. So far, he is averaging 287 just passing on the season. In the playoffs, he's averaging over 300 just passing. He's likely to hit this number in what should be a high-scoring game. He's done it 10 times during the season, twice in the playoffs, and the Bengals have allowed it twice in the playoffs. Stafford over. I'm sticking with the overs. Joe Burrow over 276 passing. I'm not going with total yards on Burrow because I don't like the fact that his over-under on rushing yards is 12 yards, but then they jump the total yards up 14 yards. So I'm going to stick with the lower passing number. On the season, Burrow was averaging 288 passing yards. In the playoffs, 281. He hit this number 8 times during the season, once in the playoffs, and the Rams have allowed it once in the playoffs. Next, we're going to jump back over to the Rams. Odell Beckham Jr. over 63 yards. There's going to be a huge focus on Cooper Kupp, and I totally get that, but Odell Beckham's really come into his own on the playoffs. While he only averaged 38 yards a game during the season, and that number went up slightly when he became a Ram, in the playoffs, he's averaging 79 yards per game. He accomplished this number 3 times during the season, twice in the playoffs, and the Bengals have allowed it twice to wide receivers in the playoffs, 4 times total when you include tight ends like Travis Kelce and Darren Waller. They can be beaten, and I think Odell Beckham's going to beat them. And the final one is a player not a lot of people know about, but Samaje Perine, who is the backup running back for the Cincinnati Bengals, over 1.5 receptions. So he just needs to catch 2 balls. He is averaging 2 catches a game during the season, only 1 in the playoffs. He's been a little bit quiet in the playoffs, but they like to use him there. And the Rams can be killed in the short passing game, and I think that's where you're going to see Perine heavily involved. He accomplished this number 8 times during the season, once during the playoffs, but way more important, the Rams have allowed a running back to catch 2 balls in every game, or at least 3 times this season if it wasn't twice in one game. So those are my favorite 4. You have to pick 3 of those 4 to combine with the Evan McPherson prop. Matt Stafford over 288 total. Joe Burrow over 276 passing. Odell Beckham Jr. over 63 receiving. And Samaje Perine over 1 reception. And that's it for the season. I plan on doing these again next season as long as Thrive Fantasy is still working with us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're following all of our great writers on Twitter. We're going to be doing stuff all this offseason here at Club Fantasy. We have a bunch of great stuff coming out for you. I appreciate you tuning in for this. And most importantly, throw $10 on these bets. Go ahead and win yourself 110 with that free square on Evan McPherson. Good luck and enjoy the offseason.